So, part of the job of being a ranter or commentator or anything in this space, talking about drama, getting both sides of the story. Now, do I personally agree with one side over the other? Yes, I do. Did I have a biases towards one side or the other from the get-go? Yes, I did. Do I try to stay objective? Yes, I do. And in my last video, I felt like I was pretty objective. However, Turbo, I reached out to Turbo, just asked him, because, you know, it's courtesy to do something like that. And that's exactly what I did. So, let's get into the video, because I just want to just get into it, talk about all this. And I have a Bucky's mint thing right in my hands. I'm just gonna... I'll get that later. I reached out to him and started just asking him questions. I'm like, I want to ask what's up with you and PDA, and also why you went after Pochi and his girlfriend. And he answers. He says, if that's what you're looking for, forgive me for my inactivity, yada yada yada. Kind of being around the bush there a little bit, but whatever. I said you're good. The video, I have a video coming out about this today, but I'm more than willing to make a follow-up video. Like I said in the last video, that about the situation. And he says, I was the one who exposed the owner of PDA Malevolent, who did questionable things, which resulted in Project Zero PDA project preventing attempts to PDA to hack another guilty person. Yes, I do understand that the person did bad stuff, but hacking them is too far.
I don't understand.
But I do say, what are the questionable things Malevolent did? And he says, allow me to spill the tea. He has anti-Semitism towards Jews, swimming gore in AI-generated photos, and he says he has it all in a document. So he provides the document. Okay, not the best grammar, but whatever, I'll ignore that. PDA has been known as a controversial organization despite taking people's accounts, the owner being hypocritical and calling everyone Jew over due to his confrontation, which was attached to the chapter segment. Bear in mind that none in PDA is perfect and is not a good person. None. I meant, do you mean no one? Okay. Whatever. Okay, I'm not in PDA, but I am associated with them, and they're all very, very nice people. I'm friends with a lot of people in PDA, so obviously when you read say something like that in your document, it automatically will turn you off for a little bit. I'm friends with Lex, which if you've checked out their channel, they're another ranter. They're also part of PDA. I mean, that's one example of people I'm friends with that are in PDA. Malevolent, obviously the owner of PDA, I am friends with, and I will vouch for him for a lot of stuff. This full out right out goes out against Malevolent here, and this is what we are trying to defend. Again, not a member. I'm just a friend. You know, backer. Obviously, I'm a good friend. I really like to like stand by to my friends and help them out whenever they need it, or I feel like I should do something about it. But as my experience with PDA has been mostly good. So already I can kind of get a feel that this is going to be a little misleading and stuff. And then it's like, you must have called for Mela. And Turbo says, it's time to get rid of this. Yeah. And he says, N-word, the only fat butt is you. Proof you look fat? Nope. My weight does not matter, clown. It does matter. I'd bet that your fat is more toxic than EDP's. Oh, jeez, that's crazy. Pipe down, N-word. I run your cord. Call me fat and how I look, criticizing how I look. As far as I can look in the screenshots, you're the first one to say fat to him. And again, these are cropped. These are cropped. If these were not cropped and these were more expressed, so we can see the full story, then maybe I would believe it. But this looks more like one of this guy's friends is doing this for literal screenshots. I mean, disturbing gore photos. The original picture has lowered the brightness due to Google not accepting the original type of picture, but I like I said, the whole, yeah, no, I really truly believe that that's actually a photo, totally, and not just you doing creepypasta stuff right there, whatever, okay. Even Raiden claims that she doesn't support racism while she has a boyfriend that is anti-Semitic towards Jewish people. What do you mean by that? Now hold on, what does that mean by, oh, you're right, even with Raiden making a 3-month-old video saying that she was unaware. Where's the screenshot for that? That's such a random claim. And now you're just spamming a you're a Jew, you're a Jew, you're a Jew, you're a Jew, you're a Jew. My classmates have said the exact same thing to each other in the middle of world history class. It's clearly edgy humor, and it's worse when it comes from my friend at school. So I mean, if that's acceptable there, then at a Christian school, mind you, then that's fine, whatever. Then all this happens, and I see something right here. I feel like he's saying I'm opposition or that I'm hacked in this statement up here. He says, Mella, he called me a Jew later when I made another post. He better speak up of all the stuff he caused. I sent him a message asking him about it. He says, right, every time when he hacks a person, that info gets included. So that's about it. We do talk later, so like I don't know if he thinks I'm hacked still or something, but whatever. It kind of seemed like a defensive tactic already. Like he is clearly in the wrong, and he's just trying to make a defensive tactic. But maybe not. And whenever I asked him about this, the guy that got hacked by Mella, he's not responding. He was completely silent. He's clearly not happy with me going outside of his little crafted box. Then Malevolent is laughing, and I say wild. Anyways, looking at the screenshots, it looks more like edgy jokes, and him grasping for straws one, I think. And then he says, I don't even talk to the guy. I don't really care what he has to say. It's always important to cover both sides, even if you already have your mind kind of made up. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm covering Turbo's side, what he thought. Now, Malevolent had some stances against that, in which he could kind of answer for it. Because, well, let's be real here, the stuff that the most incriminating thing that we have seen in this is like him saying the N-word, in which, you know, the only reason Malevolent's actually ever talked to him is just, you know, tell him to stop all this, and in which those screenshots are not depicting that. He has never mentioned to me that Malevolent ever told him to stop, and quite frankly, Malevolent's actually proven to be more of a trustworthy person. Not really, because he hasn't harassed a gotcha tuber with over 1 million subscribers because they didn't want to be friends anymore, because of the shady actions of said individual, like Yellow towards Turbo. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, same as last video, it's actually this supporting my stance even more. Clearly there's someone right and wrong here, and you know, no side is ever perfect. You can argue that saying the N-word is bad. You can argue that a lot. Even if PDA has edgy humor, me and my friends have edgy humor the same way. That's not something that changes. My opinion on that is very much I don't care. I myself don't use it, but I don't care that Miles uses it. I don't care that Smasher uses it. I don't care that Malevolent uses it. Edgy humor, I don't care that my friends use it at Tool. all of this, it really screams Hyper Snowflake.